Welcome to another edition of the Snake Files, where we scroll through Facebook and some of the numerous herp groups, mostly dealing with snakes here. And of course, we'll start in Wild Snakes Education and Discussion, my education-based snake group on Facebook, teaching people about snakes since 2015. But I've been doing it for much longer than that. And I think this first video here is pretty neat. These are Texas indigo snakes. These are two males fighting for dominance. It's kind of like an arm wrestling contest, but they use their bodies to push against each other. The stronger snake will win when the weaker snake gets tired out. And then the female indigo snake is somewhere nearby, and the male will go on to mate with her. Right now is indigo snake breeding season. And this includes the eastern indigo snake as well. They don't hurt each other. They don't kill each other. So Hillary captured this video in Sabinal, Texas. It's a pretty neat behavior to catch on video. Earlier today, I posted the snake of the day, which is the woma. The woma inhabits arid Australian forests, desert, shrubland, woodland, savanna, and grasslands, preferably with sandy soil. This is a nocturnal python. They grow almost 7 feet long as adults, and they prey mostly on other reptiles, including venomous snakes. They will also take mammals, but other reptiles are their main prey. But a attractive snake with the kind of glowing orange-yellow throat and the subtle patterning. Very cool snake, the woma. So moving on over to North American herpetology, my other group that covers all the amphibians and reptiles native to North America. David posted these photos from Georgia, and this is an eastern spadefoot toad. The eastern spadefoot is a secretive fossorial species of amphibian, and they spend a lot of the time underground, buried in sand and loose soil, and they will emerge during heavy rains, and especially in the spring. During mating season, they will emerge in the thousands in some areas, and they produce a very loud call. They're so named for the spade-like projections on the hind feet, which allow them to rapidly dig through the soil. Now we'll jump on over to the snake identification group. Quick, accurate snake identification anywhere in the world. I help run this one as well. Of course, most identification groups are strictly for IDs. Not a lot of discussion goes on. This is so people can get a quick and accurate identification without wading through tons of filler comments, incorrect IDs, etc. So this one here, again, here we go. This is a banded water snake and not a cottonmouth, right? I was poking it with a stick and it tried to bite me again. Location is very important in these posts. Whether you agree with it or not, that's fine. But it is a rule in most of these groups. Location is very important. If you want an animal identified, it just makes sense. So this ended up being in Florida. And of course, this is a Florida water snake, Nerodia fasciata pictiventris, sometimes also called the Florida banded water snake. And when we take a closer look, we can see the more or less evenly spaced markings. This is a particularly dark specimen. But when we take a look at the head, we can see the dark stripes along the quote-unquote lip area. These are the labial scales, and those dark stripes indicate non-venomous snake. And then when we see the rest of the snake with the markings, we can come to the ID of a Florida water snake, non-venomous, but often mistaken for a cottonmouth. And here's another example of the Florida water snake that we just talked about. This one more brightly colored with more prominent banding, that you can see the evenly spaced banding going down the sides of the body with that brick red coloration. And the face has the striped labial scales, and we put that all together with the location, and we come to the ID of Florida banded watersnake. Remember to include those locations, folks. A very important piece of the puzzle. Thanks for watching the Snake Files. I hope you learned something. I'll see you around.